Hi, everyone, and welcome to this guided meditation with me, Espen Haugen. Today is a bonus edition, so I'm going to reading from the Law of Attraction, this book, and also we're gonna do some freedom release methods. So we continue with reading from this book. I've been reading from the chapter. Let's see, it was chapter 2. So part 2, the law of attractions. I've been reading from that. Now I just continue reading from that book. And also when it's something that coming up, a sentence that is very good, that we can release on, the energy of it. It's always when we do the freedom release method, it's the releasing the positive energy around from the inner beingness, from the perspective to more to understand and to connect to that part of who you really are. And then when you releases the energy and fill up with more of the energy, it feels more lighter and much better inside. So because nothing is against them. When there is a resistance, we don't need to release the negative emotion, because you get what you focus on and what you're choosing. So when we focus and being and focus on the negative and try to release it, it's something about you can't be in a problem and find a solution in the problem. You have to first to find your own alignment, to feeling your own alignment, and then whatever action you then do, let's say where you do some releases and then lifting up, like releases and uplifting energy from the freedom release of it fills up. First releases the positive energy, you already feel good, and releasing more of that energy that feels good, and then also to fill up more energy that feels good. And what happened? You continue to flow in that energy, and it becomes more and more stronger in your vibration from within. It's a practice vibration. When you've practiced something for a long period of time, and you get more comfortable with that energy, what you visualizing, what you daydreaming, whatever what you do in this moment, with your beingness first, feeling your alignment, then it continues to flow and expand and becoming more and more. And that is meant to be. That is the purpose, to find our own alignment, feeling it most of the time, and then moving in that direction in our own way that feels best to us. So that is one of the thing with the beautiness of reading from their books from the law of attraction, with all of those books from Abraham Hicks. It's such a wonderful energy that comes through when you understand it for yourself, not the words itself, but the energy behind the word. When you can feel that resonate with your energy, we can feel it lighting up something from within, and you're feeling the vibration and it's starting to pulsing of aliveness from within, then you know that it's something that resonate with the energy behind the words to you. And it's confirming your beingness, your inner being, that is forever and ever more, now new and forever, and never disappear. It's always available for you. It's always uplifting and supporting you. It's always giving the best to you. It's a vibration that always available for you to feel more. And what a great feeling, what a great freedom to know that we are so free to choose, and we are so free to focus, and it's all up to us. It's all up to me. It's all up to you, to what we are choosing to focus in and what we are focusing in. It's up to us, each and one of us, individual, for doing that in our own way. So good. So happy beautiful day, Jan. Happy beautiful day. Thanks for always being back office and do all of this great stuff, putting up comments and all of these things. So it is so easy to just read and allow and then do those things what I do here on the Facebook Live. So very good. Happy beautiful day, Jacqueline. Beautiful Jacqueline from Netherlands, and Jen from America, and we have so many people from different countries. So good. And happy beautiful day, Steve. It's a new one. So happy beautiful day, Steve. Good to have you here. Yeah, so let's move on. Let's start reading, continue the reading from The Law of Attraction, the book. The Basis of the Teaching of Abraham Hicks by Esther and Jerry Hicks. So, good. Thank you, Jan. So, let's see. Let's move on and let's reading. So, when there is something that coming up that, I'm just calibrating the energy. If there's something that I feel for releasing, I'm stopping, and then I say, take a deep breath in and hold it. And what you do then, you take a deep breath in and hold it, and then I say a statement, like I release all blocks and barriers with then a statement. And when I finish saying the statement, you're breathing out, gentle and easy, because it's a powerful thing with the breathing as well. When you hold something and then you breathe out, it's the energy. It's like when you just consciously be aware. It's with the same with the meditating. When you meditating and you consciously be aware of just your focus on your breathing, and when you be conscious aware of your breathing and breathing deeply, and you do it for a while, let's say 5 to 10 to 50 minutes, you can start to feel there's something shifting inside of you, that vibration start to feel more alive, that your energy, you feel starting to feel more alive from within. And as you allow yourself to just focus on the breathing and quieting your mind more and feeling less resistant to what is, and then feeling more of all that is and what you become now with your feeling good now vibration and more, then you start to understand who you really are and what is your purpose. It's to be in that space most of the time. And then when you feel that inspiring feeling from within, and you feel then a beautiful thoughts coming from that feeling you feel from alignment, it's gonna guide you on the way for more and more. Because every time when you feel good and when you take action from feel good, it always leads up to more, because that's equal from the inside. Everything that you experience in your life is equal from the inside, how you're feeling from within. The more good you feel from within, more good feeling experience you have with whatever. And it's not conditional based, it's unconditional based, because you will feel it more and more unconditionally from within, because from within, from your inner beingness, is always unconditional. The pure law source energy you are, that we all are, it never looks back. It's never have any condemnation about you, criticize you, or anything like that. It's always supporting, uplifting you in this physical form, and for you to be, do, and have anything and everything you want. It's always available for you in this space first alignment, and then do and have. It's always going to give you more and more in that space. So yeah. And I would say I was moving a little bit out from the releases, but also when we release this positive energy, and when we then finish with that, and we then fill up with energy, it's the same process, but we use the words with take a deep breath in and hold it, and then I say I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation for, and then a statement, and then when I say the statement, you're breathing out, gentle and easy. And so it releases the positive energy, and it is uplifting the energy as well. So it's equal the same with the releases and the uplifting, because it's come from a place from alignment. So it's the energy that just like expand even more from the positive side of it. So very good. And if you don't feel anything for it, it's good too, because everything is for it. We find our own alignment. If it doesn't resonate with you with this releases and uplifting, good. There is always something else that guides you on the way. There is nothing wrong. There is nothing right. There's just find your own alignment, find the way that feels best for you. So that's the best, inspiring thing I can tell from that point. Like I know what feels best for me, and you know what feels best for you, and that is your freedom. So good. Hi, Scott. So good. So let's start reading. Good. Page 44. Are not all laws universal laws? Jerry asking Abraham. Abraham, you spoke to us of 3 major universal laws. Are there some laws that are not universal? Abraham answered, Abraham, there are many that you may call laws. We reserve our definition of law for those things that are universal. In other words, as you enter into this physical dimension, you have the agreement of time, the agreement of gravity, and the agreement of this perception of space. But those agreements are not universal, for there are other dimensions that do not share those experiences. In many cases, where you may use the word law, we should use the word agreement instead. There are no other universal laws that we are waiting to divulge to you later. Hi, Shani. Hi, Jennifer. So many people here. Happy, beautiful day. Hi, Shanetta. So, let's continue. How do I best utilize the law of attraction? Jerry asking, Abraham. Jerry, are there many different ways that we can consciously or deliberately use this law of attraction? Abraham answered, Abraham, we will begin by saying that you are always utilizing it, whether you know that you are or not. You cannot stop using it, for it is inherent in everything that you do. But we appreciate your question, for you want to understand how to deliberately use it for the achievement of that which you intentionally desire. Being aware that the law of attraction exists is the most important part of utilizing it deliberately, since the law of attraction is always responding to your thoughts. A deliberate focusing of your thought is important. Choose subjects that are of interest to you and think about them in a way that benefits you. In other words, look for the positive aspects of the subjects that are important to you. As you choose a thought, the law of attraction will act upon it, attracting more thoughts like it, thus making that thought more powerful. By staying focused on a subject of your choosing, your point of attraction on that topic will become more will become much more powerful than if your mind moves from subject to subject. There is tremendous power in focusing. As you make deliberate choices about the thoughts you think, the things you do, and even the people you spend time with, you will feel the benefit of the law of attraction. When you spend time with others who appreciate you, it stimulates your own thoughts of appreciation. When you spend time with those who see your flaws, then their perception of your flaws often becomes your point of attraction. As you come to realize that whatever you are giving your attention to is getting larger, because the law of attraction says that it must, you may become more particular about those things that you give your initial attention to. It is much easier to change the direction of your thoughts in the early stages of the thought before the thought has gathered much momentum. But it's possible to change but it is possible to change the direction of your thought at any time. So that's a good one. So take a deep breath in, take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers with it is always possible to me to change the direction of my thought at any time. Then breathe it out, gentle and easy. Good, and then we fill up time. So this is fun. So take a deep breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that it's always possible to me to change the direction of my thought at any time. And then breathe it out, gentle and easy. As you are, gentle and easy. Good. Good energy. Yes, that's true. There's always possible to change the direction of our thought at any time, to focus on something different. So it's such a nice freedom to just feel it. Just like I can change my thought, I can change my direction of where I'm focused anytime, any moment. And it's so free. And I can choose better feeling thoughts. And I can focus on those things that feels good to me. And I can focus on those things that feels better and better to me. Those things that feels a little bit better. And then when I feel a little bit better, I know I can feel a little bit better after I'm feeling a little bit better, and I'm feeling a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. Then I go up to feeling really, really good. In the end, I would say just feeling good, satisfying, feeling exhilaration, feeling appreciation, unconditional love to myself, to all that is. That's the way. A little bit better, and more to come. So it's always possible to change the direction of my thought at any time. And you can tell yourself, because yes, then we know we are not stuck. We are allowing and we're moving forward in the newness in the now and becoming more of that. We know we are follow our bliss, follow our own guidance, leading us south to better and better feelings and thoughts. And it's always possible. It's always an opportunity for us to change the direction of our focus. So good. So good. Happy beautiful day, Marianne. And yeah, so let's move on with reading and allowing, as we do now. Good. Okay. Can I instantly reverse my creative momentum? Can I instantly reverse my creative momentum? Jerry asking Abraham. Jerry, let's say there are those who already have something going on from their previous thoughts, and now they decide they want to suddenly change the direction of their creation. Isn't there a momentum factor? Don't they have to first slow down what's already in the process of being created? Or can they instantly create in a different direction? Abraham answered that question. Abraham, there is a momentum factor caused by the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. So whatever thought you have activated by your attention to it is getting bigger. But we want you to realize that the gathering of momentum is a gradual thing. And so, rather than trying to turn that thought around, consider focusing upon another thought. Let us say you have been thinking about something that you do not want, and you have been doing that for a while. So you have a rather strong negative momentum going. It will not be possible for you to suddenly begin thinking the opposite thought. In fact, from where you are standing, you will not even have access to those kinds of thoughts. But you could choose a thought that feels slightly better than the thoughts you have been thinking, and then another, and then another, until gradually you could change the direction of your thoughts. Another effective process for changing the direction of your thought is to change the subject altogether, deliberately looking for the positive aspect of something. If you are able to do that, and if you are willing to try to stay focused upon the better feeling thought for a while, then, since the law of attraction is now responding to that thought, the balance of your thought is now improved. Now, when you go back to the revisit to your previous negative thought, since you are now in a different mode of vibration, that thought will be slightly affected by your vibrational improvement. Little by little, you will improve the vibrational content of the subject that you choose to think about. And as that happens, everything in your life begins to shift in a more positive direction. Easy, gentle, and general. So what you just hear, let's take that one. That's a good one, Jen. So let's take a deep breath in and hold it. Take a slow, deep breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers with I am easy, gentle, and general with all of this. And then breathe it out. Gentle and easy. That's a good one. I like that. Perfect. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. And yes, so then we're filling up because just moving on, continuously moving on in newness now and in forward new. So take a deep breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I am easy, gentle, and general with all of this. And then breathe it out, easy and gentle. All is good, all is well. Releases and uplifting. It's always good energy in this to feel that as you are easy and gentle and general with all of this, easy it will be, gentle it will be, and general as you're speaking, it will become more of that feel good now energy that is always new and refreshed in every single moment, you see. So good. So let's move on to the next. More to come. This is good. So good. So let's move on. How can a person overcome disappointment? How can a person overcome disappointment? Jerry asking Abraham. Jerry, for the individual who is trying to make a several switch in the positive direction of their prosperity or of their health, if they already had a momentum factor going the other way, how much faith or belief would it require for them to overcome their disappointment and say, well, I know this is going to work out for me, even though it hasn't worked yet? Abraham answering that question. Abraham, you see, from your point of disappointment, you are attracting more to be disappointed about. An understanding of the process of creation is really the best way. That is the value of the creative workshop, of getting happy, and then going to a place where you see it as you are wanting it to be, seeing it until you are believing it so clearly that it is already bringing forth emotion. And from that state of being, you will attract it as you want it to be. Disappointment is communicating from your inner being, letting you know that which you are focused upon is not what you want. If you are sensitive to the way that you are feeling, then the disappointment itself will let you know that what you are thinking about is not what you want to experience. Good. So, what causes worldwide waves of unwanted events? Jerry asking Abraham. Jerry, so over the years, I've been seeing TV newscasts or whatever that report the hijacking of an airplane or a terrorist act or a severe case of child abuse or a mass murder or something negative like that. And then I see an almost worldwide wave of those events beginning to occur. Is that brought on by the same process? So Abraham answering. Abraham, attention to any subject amplifies it because attention to the subject activates the vibration of it, and the law of attraction responds to the activated vibration. Those who may be planning the hijacking of an airplane are adding power to that thought. But those who are frightened by the prospect of a hijacking are also adding power to that thought. For you add power to those things you do not want through your attention to them. Those who have a clear intent to not draw any sort of negative information into their experience are probably not watching the broadcast to begin with. You see, there are so many different intention and combination of intention that is very difficult for us to point out, in general, how one would bring it about. Certainly, these newscasts add to these situations, for as more and more people are focused upon what they are not wanting, they are adding to the creation of what they do not want. Their emotional power is adding great influence to the overall events of your world. That is what mass consciousness is about. It's really good. So, let's move on to the next one. Yeah. So, can attention to medical procedures attract more? Jerry asking Abraham. Jerry, currently, there is a wide range of television surgery going on. Do you see that sort of things as increasing the amount of surgery that will actually occur per capita? In other words, when individuals observe televised medical procedures, can they automatically become more of a vibrational match to the essence of medical procedures? Abraham, when you give your attention to something, your potential for attracting it is increased. The more vivid the details, the more attention you will give it, and the more likely you are to attract it into your experience. And any negative emotion that you feel as you watch such a thing is your indication that you are negatively attracting. Of course, the illness does not come upon you immediately, so you often do not make the correlation between your thought, your subsequent negative emotion, and the resulting illness. But they are absolutely linked together. Your attention to anything is drawing it closer to you. Fortunately, because of the buffer of time, your thoughts do not become really reality instantaneously. So you have ample opportunity to evaluate the direction of your thought by the way you are feeling, and to change the direction of your thought whenever you find yourself feeling negative emotion. The steady offering of details of illness is very influential in the increasing of sickness in your society. If you allow yourself to focus upon the constant barrage of unpleasant statistics regarding the never-ending stream of possible physical maladies, and it cannot help but affect your personal point of attraction. You might, instead, find a way of focusing your attention on those things that you do want to draw into your experience. For whatever you are consistently looking at, you are attracting. The more you think about illness and worry about illness, the more you attract illness. So, the next one, should I seek the cause of my negative emotion? Jerry asking Evan. Jerry, suppose you're using the creative workshop process of focusing on the things that you want, but then later, if you are out of the workshop and you feel a negative emotion, would you suggest trying to find out what thought caused a negative emotion? Or would you suggest just thinking of one of the things that you've been thinking about in the workshop that you want? Abraham, the power of the creative workshop process is that the more attention you give to a subject, the more powerful it becomes. The easier it is to think about it, and the more of it begins to appear in your experience. Whenever you are or whenever you are aware that you are feeling negative emotion, it is important to understand that while you may not be aware of it, you have been conducting a negative workshop. Whenever you catch yourself feeling negative emotion, we would suggest that you try to gently pull your thoughts around to something that you do want to experience. And little by little, you will change your habit of thought regarding those things. Whenever you are able to identify something that you do not want, you can always then identify what it is what you do want. And as you do that again and again, your pattern of thought on every subject that is important to you will shift more in the direction of what you do want. In other words, you will gradually build bridges from any current beliefs that are about things you do not want over to beliefs about things you do want. An example of bridging an unwanted belief. So there's many people here. Happy beautiful day, Menshur and Shuana. So many people here. Good, good, good. Happy beautiful day. Thanks for being here, co-creating with yourself and co-creating with each other, everyone who's here. Beautiful. Just reading. So many people here. Good, good, good stuff. This is good. So Jerry, an example of bridging an unwanted belief. Jerry asking Abraham, Jerry, can you provide an example of what you mean by bridging a belief? Abraham answering that question. Abraham, your emotional guidance system works best when you are setting forth continual, deliberate intention of what you desire. So let us say that you have intended in your workshop perfect health. You visualize yourself as a healthy, vital being. And now you are moving through your day. And while having lunch, you are sitting with a friend who is discussing her own illness. As she speaks about her illness, you find yourself feeling very uncomfortable and uneasy in the conversation. Now, what is happening is your guidance system is indicating to you that which you are hearing and that which you are thinking, that which your friend is speaking, is not in harmony with your intent. And then you make a very clear decision to stop this conversation from going any further in the direction of illness. And so you attempt to change the subject, but your friend is very excited and emotionally drawn to this topic. And she brings the conversation back to her illness. Again, your guidance system warning bells begin to ring. The reason why you are feeling negative emotion is not only because your friend is talking about something that you do not want. Your negative emotion is your indication that you hold beliefs that are contrary to your own desire. Your friend's conversation merely activated beliefs within you that challenge your desires for wellness. So walking away from your friend and from this conversation will not change those beliefs. It is necessary that you start right where you are, in the midst of that belief, and move it gradually, building a bridge, so to speak, to a belief that is more in harmony with your desire for wellness. It is helpful whenever you feel negative emotion to stop and acknowledge what you are thinking about when the negative emotion surfaces. Whenever you feel negative emotion, it is always telling you that whatever you are thinking about is important and that you are thinking about the opposite of what you really desire. So questions such as, what was I thinking about when this negative emotion surfaced? And what is it that I do want regarding this? Will help you realize that you are, in this moment, focused in direction opposition to what you really do want to attract into your experience. For example, what was I thinking about when this negative emotion surfaced. I was thinking about this being the flu season, and I was remembering how very sick I had been in the past with the flu. Not only did I miss work and many other things that I wanted to do, but I felt miserable for so many days. What is it that I do want? I want to remain healthy this year. But merely saying I want to remain healthy is usually not sufficient under these conditions because your memory of having the flu and therefore your belief about the probability of getting the flu are much stronger than your desire to remain well. We would attempt to bridge our belief in this way. This is usually the time of year that I get the flu. I don't want to get the flu this year. I hope I don't get the flu this year. It seems like everyone gets it. That may be an exaggeration. Everyone doesn't get the flu. In fact, there have been many flu seasons when I didn't get the flu. I don't always get the flu. It's possible that this flu season could come and go without touching me at all. I like the idea of being healthy. Those past flu experiences came before I realized that I can control my experience. Now that I understand the power of my own thoughts, things have changed. Now that I understand the power of the law of attraction, things have changed. It isn't necessary for me to experience the flu this year. It isn't necessary for me to experience anything that I don't want. It's possible for me to direct my thoughts toward things I do want to experience. I like the idea of guiding my life to things that I do want to experience. Now you have bridges Now you have bridged the belief. If the negative thought returns, and it may continue to do so for a while, just guide your thoughts more deliberately and eventually it will not come up again. This is good. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers, but I always can, bridging my thoughts to better and better feeling, thoughts and better feeling. And then breathe out, gentle and easy. So take a deep breath in and hold it. And release all blocks and barriers that I'm always am able to pay attention to those things that I want and to be focusing in that direction. I am free to focus and choosing. And then gentle and easy breathe out. Good. Good energy. Good, good, good. So now fill up time for this. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I can always bridging my thoughts to better and better feeling thoughts and feeling better and better. Always. I am so free. And then breathe out. Gentle and easy. Good, good, good. And now take a deep breath in, a slow breath in, and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I can pay attention to those things that feels good to me anytime, anywhere. any moment in the newness of the now and forward in the new. I am so free. And then breathe out, gentle and easy. Yes, because we can. We can always pay attention to those things that feels good to us. Always. And more we paying attention to those things that feels good to us, and then more we attract these things to us. Then we experience it more. So good. So good. So it's good. You see the bridging thing? Bridging things was a really good example there. Hmm. So good, so good. So let's move on, shall we? We can. Let's see what else. I was thinking if I'm going to read about this. Yeah, I'm going to read that one too. So good. But let's move on. So, are my thoughts in my dreams creating? Are my thoughts in my dreams creating? Jerry asking Abraham, Jerry, I would like to understand the dream world. Are we creating in our dreams? Are we attracting anything through the thoughts that we are having or experience in our dreams? Abraham answered, Abraham, you are not. While you sleep, you have withdrawn your consciousness from your physical time space reality, and you are temporarily not attracting while you are sleeping. Whatever you are thinking, and therefore feeling, and that which you are attracting, is always a match. Also, what you are thinking and feeling in the dream state and what is manifesting in your life experience is always a match. Your dreams give you a glimpse into what you have created or what you are in the process of creating. But you are not in the process of creating while you are dreaming. Often you are unaware of the pattern of your thoughts until they actually manifest in your experience because you have developed your habit of thought gradually over a long period of time. And while it is possible, even after something unwanted has manifested, to focus and change it to something you do want, it is more difficult to do that after it has manifested. An understanding of what your dream state really is can help you recognize the direction of your thoughts before they actually materialize in your experience. It is much easier to correct the direction of your thoughts when your dream is your indication than it is when a real life manifestation is your indication. So, next, must I take their good and their bad? Jerry asking Abraham. Jerry, to what degree are we a part of what someone whom we're associated with has attracted, wanted or unwanted? In other words, how much does another person whom we associated with bring into our life what they're attracted, the things that we want or the things that we don't want? Abraham answering that question from Jerry. Abraham, nothing can come into your life without your attention to it. Most people, however, are not very selective about the aspects of others to which they give their attention. In other words, if you notice everything about someone else, then you are inviting all of those aspects into your experience. If you give your attention only to the things you like most about them, you will invite into your experience only those things. If someone is in your life, you have attracted them. And while it is sometimes difficult to believe, you also attract everything about your experience with them. For nothing can come into your experience without your personal attraction of it. So good. So Let's take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers, but nothing can come into my life without my attention to it. I am so free to choose and I'm so free to focus. And then breathe out. Easy and gentle. This is good. Good energy. Beautiful. Good. This is good. You can feel it. Goody, goody, goody. Because, yeah, we are so free. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that nothing can come into my life without my attention to it. I am so free to choose, and I'm so free to focus, and I'm focusing develop those things that feels best in me. I'm choosing better feeling thoughts. It's always available to me. Then breathe out. That was a long one, but good. Good one. And easy and gentle. Breathe it out. So good. So now I go back a little bit because speaking about the creative workshops. I'm going to read a little bit about that. It's a really good one here. How this process is working. Let's see, I'm gonna read from a little bit back here. Let's see, I'm gonna read from the page 41, 42, 44. Yeah, that's good. I'm reading this one. This is good. So I'm going back a little bit here. This is good stuff. So this is from page 41. So it was going a little bit back. And we're gonna read, but not back in the back, but yeah, you understand. So good. Abraham's creative workshop process. Here is the process. You are going to go, and so this is Abraham speaking. Here is the process. You are going to go to a kind of creative workshop every day. Not for a long period of time. 50 minutes is a good amount of time. 20 minutes at most. This workshop need not occur in the same place in every day, but it is good if it is a place where you will not be distracted or interrupted. This is not a place where you will enter an outward state of consciousness. It is not a meditative state. It is a state of giving thought to what you want with such clarity that your inner being responds by offering confirming emotion. Before you begin this process, it is important that you be happy. For if you go there unhappy or feeling no emotion, then your work will not be of great value, for your attractive power will not be there. When we say happy, we are not speaking of that jumping up and down sort of excitement. We mean an uplifted, light-hearted feeling, that sort of sensation where all is well. And so, we recommend that you do whatever it takes to get happy. For each of you, it is a different process. For Esther, hearing music is a very fast way to get that uplifted, joyous feeling. But not all music accomplishes this, and not even the same music every time. For some of you, it is interacting with animals or being near moving water. But once you bring yourself to that good feeling, then sit. And now your workshop has begun. Your job here in this workshop is to assimilate data that you have been collecting from your real life experiences, as you have been interacting with others and moving in and out of your physical environment. Your work here is to bring the data together in a sort of picture of yourself, one that satisfies and pleases you. Your life experience outside of your workshop will be of great value, for as you are moving around through your day, no matter what you are doing, going to work, working around your home, interacting with your mate or your friends or your children or your parents, if you will use your time with one of your intentions being to collect data and look for things that you like that you may bring into your workshop, then you will find that every day is one of fun. Have you ever gone on a shopping spree where you had some money in your pocket and your intent was to find something to buy? And as you were looking around, although there were many things that you did not want, your intent was to find something that you did want to exchange for the money. Well, that is the way we would like you to look at every day of your life experience, as if you have a pocket full of something that you are exchanging for this data that you are collecting. For example, you may see someone who has a joyful personality. Collect that data, intending to bring it into your workshop later. You may see someone driving a vegetable that you will like. Collect that data. You may see an occupation that pleases you. Whatever it is that you are seeing that pleases you, remember it. You could even write it down. As you see anything that you think you would like to be in your life experience, see yourself collecting that data in a sort of mental bank. And then when you go into your workshop, you can begin assimilating the data. And as you do so, you will prepare a picture of yourself from which you will begin attracting into your experience the essence of that which has been pleasing you. If you are able to grasp the knowledge that your real work, no matter what other activities you are performing, is to look around for things that you want with the intent of bringing them into your workshop in order to create your vision of yourself from which you will attract, then you will come to know that there is nothing that you cannot be, do, or have. So, yeah, this is good. This is good stuff. So, yeah, I am now in my creative workshop. And so, now you are feeling happy and you're sitting someplace in your workshop. Here's an example of the work you may do in your creative workshop. I like being here. I recognize the value and power of this time. I feel very good to be here. I see myself in a sort of total package, one that I know is of my own creating, and certainly a package of my choosing. I am full of energy in this picture of myself, tireless, and really moving through life experience without resistance. As I see myself gliding about, moving in and out of my car, in and out of my buildings, in and out of rooms, in and out of conversations, and in and out of life experiences. I see myself flowing effortlessly, comfortably, and happily. I see myself attracting only those who are in harmony with my current intent, and I'm clearer and clearer in every moment about what it is I want. When I get into my automobile and I am moving to a place, I see myself arriving healthy and refreshed and on time, and prepared for whatever it is that I am about to do there. I see myself dressed to perfection in just the manner that I choose for myself. And it is nice to know that it matters not what others are choosing or what others are even thinking about what I am choosing. What is important is that I am pleased with me, and as I see myself, I certainly am. I recognize that I am a limit in all facets of my life. I have a bank account balance that is a limit, and as I see myself moving through life experiences, it is exhilarating to know that there is nothing that I am choosing that is limited by money. I am making all of my decisions based upon whether I want the experience or not based upon whether or not I can afford the experience. For I know I am a magnet who attracts, at any point, whatever prosperity, health, and relationships I choose. I choose absolute and continuing abundance, for I understand that there is no limit to the abundance in the universe, and that by attracting abundance to myself, I am not limiting another. There is enough for everyone. The key is for each of us to see it and want it, and then we will each attract it. And so I have chosen a limit, not necessarily putting a big stash away, for I understand that I have the power to attract it as I want it for whatever I want it for. And as I think of something else that I want, the money flows to me easily. So I have an unlimited supply of abundance and prosperity. There are abundant aspects in every area of my life. I see myself surrounded by others who, like me, want growth and who are drawn to me by my willingness to allow them to be, do, or have whatever they want, while I do not need to draw into my experience those things that they may be choosing that I do not like. I see myself interacting with others and talking, laughing and enjoying that which is perfect in them while they enjoy that which is perfect in me. All of us are appreciating one another, and none of us is criticizing or noticing those things that we do not like. I see myself in perfect health. I see myself in absolute prosperity. I see myself invigorated with life, again appreciating this physical life experience that I wanted so very much as I desire to be a physical being. It is glorious to be here as a physical being, making decisions with my physical brain, but accessing the power of the universe thought, the power of the law of attraction. And it is from this marvelous state of being that I now attract more of the same. It is good. It is fun. I like it very much. I will leave this workshop and I will set out during the remainder of this day to look for more things that I like. It is nice to know that if I see one who is prosperous but sick, I do not need to bring the whole package into my workshop, just the part that I like. So I will bring the example of prosperity and I will leave out the example of sickness. My work for now is done. So take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I release all blocks and barriers with I am now in my creative workshop and I creating in my own way that feels best to me. Breathe out, gentle and easy. Then take a deep, slow breath in and hold it. I'm filled with love, joy, and appreciation that I am now in my creative workshop and I can create it in the way that feels best to me. I am so free. We all are. More to come. Breathe out. The mental bank can never be too much, can never be fulfilled. There's just an energy flows to you and through you, you see. It's not stopping. Nothing stops. It's an energy comes to you. It's our focus. It's where we are focusing, where we are choosing our thoughts, what kind of thoughts we choosing, where we focusing. When we focus on those things that feels best to us and feeling the energy of it and feeling our own alignment as we focus on those things, then there is a pattern, we say, but a momentum of that energy to flow easily to you and through you, and for you to experience more of that energy easily flowing to you and through you. There is no resistance to what is, there is an allowingness. And when the allowingness and you're focusing, you're in those things that feels best to you, and you're choosing better feeling thoughts, and you feel better and better every single day, you can easily see how those things will be experienced more and more into your life more and more every day, and you can easily feel that easiness and gentleness and generalness in all of it. We are so each and one of us unique and special in our own way, because I am creating my own reality, you are creating your own reality. And it's not about the reality about focus on those things unwanted. It's about our reality. How do we want, what do we want to focus in? What do I want? It's the reality of feeling of those things I want. The reality, because If there's a reality of unwanted, is that a pleasing energy to you? Because you can refocus. You don't have to be right about it, because you don't have to focus on it. You can always choose a better feeling false. We are also free. And that's a great thing to just notice. I don't have to focus on unwanted things. I don't have to look at all of these bad things. For me, to me, it feels best to focus on those things that feels good to me, to focus on those things that, to do those things that feels best to me. I like it for myself. I say I like reading. I like listening to Abraham Hicks workshop. I like listening to see the DVDs. It's different, but we each and one of us have our uniqueness and specialness and differences in what we like. It's beautiful. It's all beautiful, and it's all so for us. So, like for me, I like running. I like do other things, outside. I like feeling the energy of that. But for all others, it can be something different. It can be climbing. There can be something other. It can be swimming. Other people, it can be totally different. But it's all good. It's all right, aren't it? It's all good. It's all well, because it really doesn't matter about others. It's really not really matters about the outside. It's all about ourselves from the inside, what we are focusing on, what we are choosing. That's the most important, and the most fun, and the most joy, because our inner being is always, always, always looking the best in us, seeing the best in us, hearing the best in us, feeling the best in us, smelling, tasting the best in us, giving the best thought to us, always. And that's our freedom. So love you guys so, so much, and thank you for being you, co-creating with yourself here and co-creating with each other. This is beautiful. Come together and just feel our own alignment. That's it. And then moving forward with that in the newness of that energy that is always new and refreshed. And as we are aware of it, and as we are observing it more and more, and this beautiful newness that is now and forward in the new, then more it becomes, and more we feel it, and more we experience it. So we're so loved, and we so appreciate each and one of us. And as always, there is more to come. So love you guys so much. Have a beautiful night's sleep and a beautiful day. Who people who living in other places there where there's different times, but still it's the same time. It's still the same moment here and now. Still in newness. So wish you the best, and see you tomorrow. Namaste. All the best.